Hey guys, it's Jess, and this video is so late. I only just realized that I never actually uploaded it to YouTube. So this is a whole bunch of footage from Creativation 2019, and I put it all together so that those who couldn't be there could kind of get a feel for what it's like. Basically, this is just me taking a little bit of footage at some of the booths. This is by no means all of the booths, but it was what I had footage of on my phone, so I did put it all together. I tried to include the name of each booth as I started taking the video, so that's there for you, and there are a couple little interviews or demos in here as well. This is a longer video, but I'll just put on some music and you can watch. If this is not your kind of video, feel free to skip it, but I know some people were interested in seeing what Creativation was like, so here you go.
go into here with my piece of paper, kind of dip that in there. You get some really cool results. Look, then I'll go back in and dry it.
That works. Okay.
And then I always like to add a little bit of water there to make sure there's lots of color down there. And if you want to, you can always wipe that puddle up and add another color down. So let's say I want Remember Me in there, which is a little bit of a darker teal. It'll kind of give that shock to the card, which is really awesome. I'll spray it a couple times. I'm going to make sure this is nice and dry again. It doesn't need to be completely dry, but just enough so that it's not going to keep blending and bleeding those colors. And then I'm going to go in and just kind of dip that in. And you'll see it kind of picks up some of that color really nicely and gives that really bold color to the top of that card. So you can do ink smooshing with these inks, and then you just need like a focal point to the card, and then that kind of finishes it off. And you can even go through here. It might not show up right now because this is kind of a like really blotchy background, but if you went in and ink blended, you can go in again with that stamp and lift off some color, or go in with a stencil and spray on there too, or even you can go in with a one of the stencils and you can just ink right over top of it. So if I wanted to make some of the color in here bolder and kind of make more of a mixed media background, you can go in here with, let's say, Slippery and Wet. I'll grab this. It's a nice bright orange color, and I'm just going to go right over top of that with the backsplash background. This is a really nice fine background, and then I'll lift that up and you can see that fun detail you got there. So it really is, you can kind of play around and create some really cool techniques and backgrounds with it. So, just adding lots of ink down and really playing around with it. And if you don't love it, you can always throw it away and start over. It's just cardstock and ink, so you can always throw it away and keep retrying because it's an ink pad. So you can keep going back in and keep creating with it. And if I wanted to too, these inks are always reactive. So I can go back in if I want to and just spray this down. And wherever that water hits, it's gonna react right on there. So you can lift off some of that color and keep kind of moving it around. You can see kind of some of those water droplets are starting to move that color out. And that's really cool, kind of a really awesome effect to add to your background. So it depends. If you want a simple background, you can do that. Or if you want more of a mixed media kind of background like this, you can add a critter or one of these little guys on it or whatever and kind of finish off your card like that. So there's some really fun samples over there too where I used some of those people after I did an ink smoosh background or anything like that. And it really kind of makes a grounding point for whatever images you're adding on there.
Very often the makeup artist will do a face chart, and it's usually a very open face like this to show which colour eyeshadows they've put on you and the different makeup. So this is a whole book of face charts of faces, just so you've got somewhere to start. And the paper handles just about everything. It's a really good quality mixed media paper, but it's magic in that it doesn't have to be super textured for the palette pastels, which are, I don't know if they're I can't say my favourite part of the range, but maybe they are, but don't tell the other things that. because usually for pastels, you have to use a prepared paper or a pastel paper, and that is horrible in journals. It feels like sandpaper when you touch it. So you can't collage on it because it's got texture. So this handles, of course you can use them on normal pastel papers, but because they're a little bit magic, the formula, you can use it on just normal paper and get beautiful effects. So I've got a whole bunch of different examples here. So these are little books that I've made from the face charts and the other surface set, which is called not quite a blank canvas, slate rather. And they're exactly the same size. It is a different type of paper, so it behaves differently with all of the different things. So when I teach my workshops in real life, usually we make our own journals, and I make people use lots of different papers because every art supply behaves different on every paper, and it's part of being creative and artistic is experimentation, and it forces people to adopt that experimental, letting go of perfection thing. Usually we feel like we've made a mistake when something unexpected happens, and it's not a mistake, it's just something unexpected happens, i.e. magic. So that's a good thing. So I like to force that issue. So that's why I've always got different surfaces built into everything. And this, what I've got the pastels on, is on the paper, but also on my paint. So this is the Matchmaker paint. I spoke about it a little bit earlier, but that's the face base, which is this colour here. So it's like a tan or deep.
transfer sheets. And then what we're using are foam, double-sided foam adhesive, and we die cut it out. You can die cut, any shape that you want, and then just remove the top layer so that you get to the adhesive. So you die cut that? Yes. Okay. Yes. And then you'll place the block right side down. Yep. And
do you have to really rub on it?
No, we'll run it through our Sizzix machine for just steady pressure. And then the cool part is you actually get two different looks out of the one thing, because you'll have the negative piece and the positive piece. And I'll let you do the... You just have to be gentle and feels like it's hard to come off. Oh, and then what we found out for the bottom to go up because of that star wants to come off. But how pretty! Yes!
Oh, I love it.
So cool. So
Hi everyone, it's Christopher Allen, and we're here in the thermoweb booth, and I'm really excited to show you my new products as well as some existing products that we have with thermoweb. So I have all of my existing toner sheets are down below here. They are the actual, you get two clear and you get two of the white backing ones, and these are all of the original ones, and then of course our original foils, and then brand new, brand spanking new, are these ones up here. So the designer toner sheets are a little different in the Brutus Monroe line because you get two white and you also get two clear with them as well, which is really cool and very different, because if you like one pattern that is in the white, you can also layer and do all sorts of really cool things with them.
Thank you. All right, you guys, that is it. That's a look at Creativation 2019. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to drop me a comment and let me know what you'd like to see done differently for next year. And I will see you guys again in another video really soon.